Welcome to this video on the Otaku murderer, one of the most infamous serial killer cases in Japanese history. This case involved the murder of 4 young girls and women, all of whom were connected to the otaku subculture of anime and manga. The killer, Tsutomu Miyazaki, was an obsessive fan of anime and manga, and his crimes have had a lasting impact on Japan's popular culture. In this video, we'll explore the background of the Otaku murderer case, the killer's motivations and behaviors, and the impact of the case on Japanese society. Background: the Otaku murderer case began in 1988 when a 4-year-old girl named Mari Kono was abducted from a park in Tokyo. Her body was later discovered, dismembered, and scattered throughout the city. The following year, 2 more girls were abducted and killed in similar circumstances. Finally, in 1989, the killer struck again, abducting and killing a young woman named Harumi Suru. The investigation eventually led to the arrest of Tsutomu Miyazaki, a 26-year-old man who was known to be an obsessive otaku. Miyazaki's obsession. Tsutomu Miyazaki was born in 1962 and grew up in a troubled household. His father was a journalist who often traveled for work, leaving his mother to care for Miyazaki and his younger sister. Miyazaki was known to be a solitary child and was often bullied and ostracized by his peers. He was also born with deformed hands, which may have contributed to his feelings of isolation and alienation. As Miyazaki grew older, he developed a deep and obsessive interest in anime and manga. He spent much of his time collecting merchandise, reading manga, and watching anime. He also became interested in the occult and began to believe that he had supernatural powers. His obsession with anime and manga became more intense as he grew older, and he began to withdraw from society. The murders. Miyazaki's first victim was Mari Kono, who he abducted from a park in August 1988. He kept her body in his apartment for several days before dismembering it and scattering the remains throughout the city. Miyazaki's next victim was Masami Yoshizawa, a 7-year-old girl who he abducted and killed in October 1988. He kept her body in his apartment for several weeks before dismembering it and scattering the remains. In December 1988, Miyazaki abducted and killed 4-year-old Erika Namba. He kept her body in his apartment for several days before dismembering it and scattering the remains. Finally, in June 1989, Miyazaki abducted and killed Harumi Suru, a 21-year-old woman who was also an otaku. He strangled her and dismembered her body before dumping it in Tokyo Bay. The trial and execution. Miyazaki was eventually arrested in July 1989, after being caught attempting to abduct another young girl. During his trial, he was diagnosed with a personality disorder, which led to questions about his mental state and his ability to understand the consequences of his actions. Nevertheless, he was found guilty and sentenced to death. Miyazaki's trial and execution were controversial in Japan and sparked debates about mental illness, the death penalty, and the potential dangers of obsessive fandom. Miyazaki was executed in 2008, almost 20 years after his crime. Impact and legacy. The Otaku murderer case had a profound impact on Japan's otaku subculture. The case sparked debates about the potential dangers of obsessive fandom and the need for greater regulation of the anime and manga industries. It also raised questions about the social isolation and alienation that can contribute to violent behavior. The case remains a cautionary tale about the dangers of obsession and the importance of mental health awareness and support. Conclusion: the Otaku murderer case is a chilling reminder of the potential dangers of obsession and the impact of social isolation on mental health. Tsutomu Miyazaki's violent crimes shocked Japan and left a lasting legacy on the country's popular culture. The case also highlights the importance of mental health awareness and support, as well as the need for responsible regulation of the media and entertainment industries. Thanks for watching this video on the Otaku murderer. We hope that you found it informative and insightful. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to our channel The Inspire Hub for more true crime content. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about this case and if you have any suggestions for future videos. Also, be sure to follow us on our social media accounts for updates and behind-the-scenes content. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.